Hello guys, you're welcome once again to my YouTube channel. I am Blessed Innocent, and in today's video I'm going to be sharing with you guys how to create a successful Facebook ad in 2023. Okay, I am trying to unleash my strategy, the strategy I've been using since this year began. Now you have to note something. This video is very crucial, so if you want to get every details as it is, make sure you watch this video to the end. I am trying to give you a structure, a strategy that is legit. It's working. I don't bring up something I haven't used. So make sure this video is tuned into the last. Before I continue, I want you to understand something. Facebook changes their settings at every point, changes their policies, their pattern, their interface. If you're concurrent with Facebook, you would know what I'm saying. You would notice what I'm talking about right now. Their system usually changes. So the way you run ads in 2019, 2020, 2021 has never been the same. Because if you use the system, due to the way they change their settings and their algorithm and whatever, we have to amend as well as their end users. Now, you have to understand something. Due to the fact that iOS 14 update came up, though it is important that all platform updates their businesses from time to time, but iOS 14 update brought about lots of changes in the Facebook ad system. Okay, now before we dive in, please guys, don't forget to subscribe and like this video, and also turn on the notification bell so that YouTube will also help to sprout this video to more persons. And due to the fact you turned on the bell, it's a way of telling YouTube whenever I upload new videos, you should be the first partakers. Yeah, YouTube will show my video to you first. All right, so please don't forget to subscribe, and also hit me on the comment section below in case you have any question. I am going to reply to you ASAP. This strategy I'm about to show you guys, it's working as I speak. But from time to time, note that from time to time, the system is also likely to change. But I can guarantee you guys one thing: I am always up and doing to show you the new pattern that is working. That is my job for you guys. I will make sure I bring to date every changes that is being applied to the Facebook system. For now, guys, if you can go ahead and implement what I'm about to show you, you will come back and thank God for seeing this video. Okay guys, so without further ado, let's dive in. The first thing you have to do is you click on create. Now when you click on create, different campaign objectives are going to come up. The thing there is we are going to be using sales, and I'm not going to be talking about these other campaign objectives because I already have a tutorial video. All you need to do is to click the description below. You're going to see the video where I vividly explain all of these campaign objectives. So what we are going to be going for is sales, because we want to make sales. All right, you click continue, and in that video, guys, I taught on how you can create a successful Facebook pixel, connecting it to your landing page or website, and also how to trigger it, and I also taught in that tutorial how you can connect your domain server to Facebook server as well. I also taught how you can connect your aggregated event measurement that enables you to opt out from the iOS 14.5 updates. Okay, so that is what that video is all about. So guys, if you really want to get a full complete tutorial, make sure you watch that video first before you come to this one, so that it's going to be in line. As you're done setting all of the back end procedures, you now come to what create your ad. That is why I brought out that video first before this one, so that once you're done with that one, you can now come and create a successful ad. So what I'm about to share with you guys is very distinctive, so please guys, pay vivid attention. Don't skip any video so you won't get any error or miss one or two steps. All right, so the first thing you have to do is to give it a name. Give your ad campaign a name. You can give it anything. Let's just say develop or development. You can give it any name, guys. Now the next thing you have to do is, I would have wanted you guys to leave this off for the meantime. All right, I would have wanted you guys to leave it off for the meantime, but for the purpose of this tutorial and what I'm going to be showing you guys at the end, we just have to turn this on, so we won't come back here and turn it on. All right, let's just turn it on, okay, because this is what we are going to be using. So you turn on the advantage campaign budget. All right, now you set. Now I want you guys to understand something about campaign budget. This is just let me simplify the terms, okay, for especially for newbies. This budget, this is how it works. I know that most of you, if you're from Nigeria, you would want to use a lower budget, and some persons would want to use a higher budget. But currently, I can tell you that Facebook, they are not really flexible with low budget anymore. If you're concurrent with Facebook system, they are not really flexible anymore with low budget. If it was before, yeah, even $5, $3 can get you somewhere, but not currently, not now anymore. It's just like you buying a $1 million worth of car and Mr. A bought a $1,000 worth of car. All right, you can never compare the standard, the speed, the $1 million worth of car would carry and the one that is worth thousands of dollars will carry can't be the same. So it's simply telling Facebook that, okay, my ad that has a higher budget, I want it to supersede on another ad that has a lower budget, because you can never compare the speed of yours that has a higher budget with the ones that has a lower budget. But this budget thing is in two phases. You can get a higher budget, you can put in a higher budget and end up not having a successful ad. The reason is based on your settings, based on your creatives. You can equally have a low budget and also get a successful ad, but it cannot be compared with somebody that has a higher budget. So it's even more better you have a higher budget and a good ad setup than you having a lower budget with a good ad setup. All right, I'm planning to increase the budget on the long run. I'm not saying it's bad, but guys, what I have noticed and what I have seen and experienced so far is low budget is not as cool as it usually used to be anymore. So if you're in the United States, you can use $20 or $15 and above. From $15 to $20 is okay. If you can go beyond that, fine, but $15, $20 is cool. $10 is okay, but I've tested that for a while and I won't advise anybody currently to go for that. Just use $15 and above. Okay, so let's use $10, 10,000 rather, since it's a Naira account. Let's use 10,000, and that is all you're going to do for this campaign level. All right, so that is that, and you keep it on highest volume. Don't touch anything here. Just click on next. All right, so once we're on the next page, you have to give it a name. I'm going to give it a name for a reason. This name I'm about to give this ad set level, it's for a reason. So guys, pay attention. Let's give it no interest ad. Okay, so what you see here is now conversion. The next platform you see is conversion location. We are using website as our landing source, meaning where we are driving sales to is a website. The next one is app, website and app, message apps, calls. All of these options is also good, but it depends on which platform you want to drag your audience to, you want to direct your audience, so you understand. All right, so that is that. The next one is set a performance goal. Forget about this whole thing you see here, the maximum number of conversion, the create pixel. I know why I said so, because I have created a video already that talks about all of these things. This is a demo account. Whatever you see in this account, even in the other video you guys are about to go and watch, it's all of it are just demo. I kept those accounts just for my viewers alone. For the creating of the pixel and what have you, I'm not going to do it in this video. I've already done that video for you guys, so just go watch the video. It's a full package. It's a coverage of everything you need to know about your pixel, about your domain registration, and about the event measurement. All right, aggregated event measurement. So please guys, don't forget to watch that video before you come to this one. So forget about dynamic creatives. Now the next phase is your daily budget, your budget and your schedule. We have done on the word daily budget. This is just schedule. Now what I usually advise people to do when you come to this department is, I prefer people setting their ads a day before it's been published. The reason is so that whenever you want to come back and work on your ad, maybe you came up with a new settings, or you're supposed to change something, or you notice you missed a spelling crafting your ad copy or whatever. So coming back would be very easy, because when your ad is being published, there are some settings you can change. That's one. And two, interrupting your ad that is already flowing is a way of reducing the algorithm and setting everything backward, and allowing Facebook to review the account again before it goes live. All of these things are stress. and I don't really like touching a campaign that is doing very well. I don't like touching it, right? Because Facebook algorithm, it's very sensitive. So what you have to do is, and I recommend is, setting your ad a day before it's been published. Today is 30th. Let's use start first, okay? And some persons prefer starting their ads in the early as 3 in the morning or 4. Some persons prefer in the evening 3 or 4. So whatever time you prefer early in the morning, you just do it. All right. So let's just say 4 o'clock. Now on the end date, guys, don't set any end date. The reason is so that whenever your ad is successfully running or your ad is performing very well, you won't be scared of limiting it, because once you set an end date and, for example, your ad is successfully running and giving you good results, that end date is an interruption automatically, and you can come back and reset it until it ends and you begin again. And most of the time you might begin and not get what you usually used to get on the previous campaign. I'm not saying you won't get good result, but it might not be the same, because the algorithm at that point must have shifted a little bit. In fact, in the major reason is just to allow your account flow, because your account might be doing well or not, and the end result of the whole thing, you won't really feel too bad. But when you end up having a good result in your campaign, my guys, if this is being set up, you won't really enjoy the flow. So it's better you don't even turn it on at all. You just be on the safe side. So that is why I don't like people turning on this end date. Leave it on so that if your account is doing well, you're still safe. If it's not doing well, you just delete it. If it's not doing well, the highest thing you have to do is just delete the campaign and create a new one. But for this tutorial today, guys, there's nothing like it won't do well. You're going to have a very, very good campaign settings. All right. So the next phase is audience. Audience is the department that directs your ads to a particular environment or to a particular audience or to a particular gender or location. Now, very soon Facebook is going to wipe off lots of things in this audience, because as I speak, I think they brought Adam Memo last 2 years or last year, where they're telling us to be using the broad audience targeting. They are trying to let us give them the chance to spray our ads, right? That is why they indicated that they prefer us not even putting down any interest-based targeting. Just allow the algorithm to track it for you and give you the best audience that is suitable for your campaign. Now, during those processes, I noticed something. Facebook is just trying to make us believe in their system to give us the best result needed. That's why I said very soon there's lots of changes you're going to see on this audience, lots of changes. So when you come to this audience, the first thing you have to do is the location, and I don't believe they're going to take off location because it's also very important. But you see, for the age and the targeting, I think they're going to take off ones. Now, location. This is a very important segment, very, very important. If you come down here, the first one states that target people that are just travelers into that state or country or whatever, or target people that doesn't live there but they came for tour, they came for a business deal or for the honeymoon. So it's just letting Facebook know that you just want to target those set of persons. Why the second one is telling Facebook to target people that are residents in those environments, people that are residents in those areas. That is what you're letting Facebook to do for you. And I think that has been the best settings, because the third one and the fourth one has similitude with the first one. So the second one is targeting people that lives in those locations. And I think that is the best option to use, because you want to target people that are living in those environments, people that are residents in those areas you're targeting. All right. So that when you're delivering to them, not when on arrival of your product you hear that I've traveled back to my state, oh, I only came for a business this, I only came for a business that, and you end up not having a successful movement. But that is not what we are talking about. So just go ahead and use people living in that location, so you won't have to nag and stress your head over if your client is going to leave that environment any moment or not. Now, the age is specified. You should know the age bracket that you want to advertise your product to. If it's people from 18 or from 25 or from 30, you should know that this particular department is specified. You should know the level of your product and who needs it. Now, for the all gender, I have something to say about that. All gender, most of the time I prefer it all. Why? Because every product that a man buys, woman buys it. The reason is a boyfriend can buy some stuff, can buy wig for the girlfriend. The girlfriend can buy a trouser, a male shoe for the boyfriend. So it is not specified, but there's some products that are personally pointing to a particular gender. Even if that product is so specific, there is still a tendency that a man can buy it for their wives or for their girlfriends. And it's still possible women can buy that specific product that is meant for men for their husbands or their boyfriend. So in most of the cases, I will prefer you guys leave it to all gender. For the detail targeting, if you have set your pixel and all of the settings that I told you guys you will find in the other video, in most cases you won't see this detail targeting. If you notice, Facebook said advantage detail targeting, reach account center account, reach beyond your detail targeting, meaning even if you're done filling all you think you know about your detail targeters or your detail targeting audience, it's automatically checked for you by Facebook, meaning they are still going to publish and spread your ads beyond your detail targeting. They want you to rely on their system to spread your ads. All right, but if you've set up your pixel, you're likely not to see this, but it is still checked. The only way you can see it is probably when you're done with all of these settings that I showed you now. You just save your audience, and once you save it, I'm talking about for those who would say, when I was setting my ad account, I didn't see this reach whatever beyond your targeting and detailed targeting selections. The way you see it is you save this ads, then you edit one, because once you save this as, what you will see here, the replacement you will see is edit. When you tap on edit, you automatically see this checked somewhere here. Like they will just show you somewhere that detailed targeting is on. So whether you see it or not, it is automatically on. That is how Facebook kept it. You're seeing it right here because we haven't set up our pixel. I'm only just being detailed for those who will experience this. All right. So for this tutorial, I'll tell you guys to leave this detail targeting blank. Don't put in any detail targeting. All right. Don't put in any targeting. The two determinant factor that is very important is the settings in your ad set level and your creatives. Don't joke with these two departments, but the highest is your creative, because creatives currently as I speak carry 60 to 70% of how good your ads will perform. Yes, if your creatives are very bad and you have a good settings, a good pixel connection, your event manager is sending signal very well, your aggregated settings are all in good condition, and your creatives is bad, forget about these settings we are doing now. Your creative, once your creative is bad, all of your works will be in total shambles, because creative is another higher volume that carries the potency of your ads if it's going to work very well or not. All right, so the next section is your placement. The advantage placement is very good, recommended by Facebook, but let me give you a secret, guys. I have used the both of them. Advantage placement is good, manual is good. The thing is, advantage will only take a little budget from your ad set, from your ad, all right, than manual, but your ads will be placed in most of the areas you wouldn't like. All right, and it most of the time that I've noticed, like as of last year, last 2 years, we usually use only newsfeed, and it gives us bountiful results before the iOS 14 came up, but I won't talk about that for now. So using advantage placement is still good, but for this tutorial, guys, I'm giving you guys the strategy on how to set up your ad campaign to get good results. So follow me. Use manual placement instead of advantage placement, and I'm going to tell you why. Using manual placement is controlling where your ads is being placed. If you're a fervent user of Facebook, you should know the environment people are more conversant with, the area people are more frequent with on Facebook platform. Okay, so that is what we are going to be doing, and that is the reason why we use manual placement, and it will still give you even as much result that the advantage will give you. I can tell you guys that. Under the placement, you have devices. Now, why I removed desktop is people uses more of mobile phones than system. I'm talking about on their leisures or whatever thing they want to do on Facebook, they prefer using mobile phones. All right, I'm not saying mobile phones users are more, laptop or desktop users are more. That is not the topic for today. What I'm saying is people are more frequent on mobile phones than the desktop. That is what I'm saying. All right, So that is why I removed desktop, and also a way of reducing the cost. Now the next thing you do is you scroll down, you tap on feed. This feed is talking about everything that has to do with Facebook feed, Instagram feed, and all the feeds needed. Okay, so you tap on feed. Now what we have to do is, no need to longevate the whole process. Let me just go straight to the point. You forget about touching your Facebook feed, don't touch your Instagram feed. The two is important. If it was before now, when I usually teach my students, I usually tell them to leave only Facebook feed. And guys, it brings up lots of results because people are more frequent on Facebook feed. You get lots of results from there, but not anymore. Facebook needs us to have a broader audience the way their system is being programmed right now. That is why we are going to be leaving some segments in these placements. So you leave Facebook Marketplace. Marketplace is actually gathering lots of traffics. Instagram feed is also cool. News feed, very important, because news feed is where, in fact, video as I speak has almost 80% of people's attraction than readings, than pictures and what have you. I'm not saying pictures isn't, but video has the higher traffics. Now Instagram Explore, you're going to take that off. Then Instagram Explore Home, you're going to take Instagram Explore Home off. You're going to take Instagram Shop off. We are also going to take Instagram Explore off. You take off these three. Messenger's inbox. Now why you're going to leave this on is because most persons can spend 2 hours chatting. If you think people are only on newsfeed, you lie, because just as you love being on newsfeed, that is how most persons love being on the messenger. They can spend time chatting. So if your audience at that particular time that you're running your ads is being found on the messenger's environment, you are still going to target and what attract them. That is why you have to leave this on. All right, so you scroll down, you leave the stories reels. All right, we're just going to take some off. On the Instagram department, you're going to leave just the feed, Instagram feed. All right, is enough for us. We are really we are only advertising people on Facebook, but just want to touch some segments in Instagram. So we are going to leave only Instagram feeds, but any other thing that has to do with Instagram, take it off. So take off Instagram stories, we don't need that. Take off Messenger's story. You take off Instagram reels. Leave Facebook stories and Facebook reels. Now the reason why you leave your Facebook stories and Facebook reels is, once you open your Facebook app, the first thing you see is your Facebook stories. And I believe I'm right, guys, because Facebook stories is similar as your Facebook feed, because that is the first thing you see once you open your Facebook app. That is the first thing you see. In fact, most phones doesn't even show the full news feed. You only see the Facebook stories before you start scrolling up to the news feeds. Even at that, people still scroll through their stories and it's still cool. So you leave that on. Facebook Reels, as we all know, we have lots of short clips today that are very, very captivating, and they attract lots of viewers. So leaving your reels on is still important. And if you love any reel and you tap on it, if you're on Facebook, it takes you to the reels department, that you might even end up scrolling through more reels, probably funny skits or whatever reels at all. It has a way of attracting your attention or taking your attention. All right, so at that point you might get your customer right there. It's also attract traffics, so leave that on, it's cool. The in-stream ads for videos and reels, you still have to leave it on. This department is telling you that Facebook will show your ads to those who are watching any kind of videos, I mean any kind, both on in-stream videos and on Facebook reels. They are going to show your ads before a video kicks off and after the video ends. So if somebody is watching a video, your ads will pop up first, or even in the middle of the video, your ads is likely to pop up. In most cases, Facebook will allow the short segment of the video to finish before the person can continue watching their video, or in most cases you can skip, but the thing is your ads will be appearing during and after any video being watched on Facebook. The next one is search. Guys, take this off. That's anybody searching on Facebook can easily get your ads. I don't think you need that for any reason. You have to take off articles. It's not working for anything, because as I speak currently, Facebook is about to take off articles as I speak currently, because they have noticed that it's not bringing much audience and traffic to the environment. So people prefer watching videos than reading, I'm not saying we don't have readers, we still have readers, lots of them, but majority carries the vote, as they say. Now, under app and sites, Facebook is telling you that they want to extend your ads to external bodies, external websites, external apps that is not in their platform. So this is a very good one. So what I advise you do is, if you're using only picture for your creatives, when we have landed on the ad environment, make sure you turn this off totally. But if you have some videos you're going to use, just check these two off and leave this one on, even if you have a picture but there's a video apart, because in this tutorial I'm going to be showing you guys a strategy that will require you adding more than one image and more than one videos. That's why I'm making reference to one video, one image, or two images and one video. All right, so you just turn only this on. This will enable Facebook to send your ads across external platforms. All right, so that is what Facebook is telling you here, and it works. So it's a good one. It's a good one. It's a good one. You just turn on. So I think that's all for this segment. So let's go to the next one. What you have to do first is set an ad name. Guys, you can give it any kind of name, but make sure the name is not confusing to you so you can identify it. All right, so the next one, this is our Facebook page. This is the page we're using, but make sure you must have created a Facebook page. And I also have a video on how you can create a Facebook page, a very successful Facebook page that will be beyond restriction. Just go, I'm going to still list the link in the description below. You go watch that video, how you can create a Facebook page. Guys, watch that video. It's not just about creating your Facebook page. You can create it and it's going to be restricted, right? So the next thing is you just use you can use the selected page, or you can come here and connect to your Instagram account. The two of them, that's why they used or. Two of them works the same way, no difference. We are using single images or video, simple. That's what we are using. Make sure multi-advertisers ads is set on. Now, the ad creative, as I said earlier, is a very important part, very crucial part. Your ad copy is important. I'm going to be uploading a new video on how you can create ad copies even without going to Fiverr to give a professional to help you write a good ad copy. Or you can still go ahead and do that if you're not sure of yourself. But there's an AI I'm going to be sharing with you guys that will help you to create any kind of article for bloggers that needs articles, copywriters, whatsoever. I'm going to upload that video very soon. The AI is as powerful as the name sounds. So please guys, make sure your ad copy is very captivative. It's where the success of your ads rely on. Your ad copy and your creative, your image, your ad copy, and even the headlines. So I'm going to be explaining that in a short while. Let's just use a picture. Now, while using a picture, most persons, I've noticed that some persons just use any image size to run their ads. Probably Facebook would accept it, but the truth is I don't think it's gonna last. So what I advise you guys do is go on Canva and create a very beautiful Facebook ad thumbnail. All right, I've noticed some persons will be using any kind of image size to run their ads. All right, so what I would advise you guys to do is use Canva and create yourself a very good thumbnail for your Facebook ad. All right, the Canva gives out the best picture format, like for the pings, the JPEGs and what have you. Ping is always the highest good quality picture format I have seen so far. And make sure the write-ups on your ad creatives, I'm talking about your picture, the picture you're about to use, make sure your write-ups are very captivating. This is the key point of your ads. Please guys, don't forget, the best image size pixel that I've seen so far for Facebook for image is 1020. All right, meaning they prefer 1020 pixels to 1020 pixels, or you can still use 12080 pixels to 720 pixels. Both of them are cool. All right, most of the time this is what Canva will give you. All right, and you can equally change the image size on Canva 1020 on Canva. Facebook has, for that is even what Facebook prefers. All right, so for the video, what you have is 1080, meaning 1080 pixels to 1080 pixels for their videos. That is what they prefer. All right, so that is that. Let's use this image for our thumbnail. This is what our viewers will see. Allow enhancement, click on done. The next thing is you put in a good ad copy. Let's just use how to create, let's say how to create a Facebook page. Make sure your ad copy is very good. Forget about what I just wrote here for the purpose of this tutorial. Now, don't use any self-personified statement to start your ad copy, like you, him, she, he said, she said. Don't personify your phrase while writing your ad copy. Or you can go to Facebook ad copy policies and what have you. You're going to see lots of words that you're not allowed to use. All right. Or you can go ahead and watch that video that I'm going to upload very soon. Its video is already out. So you can equally get yourself a very good professional ad copy. Or you can go to Fiverr and pay someone to just help you jot down a good ad copy, because it's very important, and your picture as well. So the next thing you have to do is your what headline. Now, what I advise people for this headline do is, if you have a promo to use, outline it here. If you have an offer, put it down here. So whatever you have to put it down here. What I mean is, for example, if you're selling or you are offering a course, pull down to your headline and simplify it, letting them know that it is free. So because most persons wouldn't want to click it because it might be a course that you would buy. So just say, and it's totally free. But if you're selling a physical product, you can still say, okay, buy one trousers, or buy one pants, or buy one book and get 3 pens for free. What I am trying to say is, make sure this headline carries out your offers, carries out your promo, or carries out the brief notification of what you are offering to your audience out there. While coming down, make sure this is enabled. The optimized text per person is enabled. Now, your call to action is specified as well. You know what you're selling. If you're selling a digital product, an ebook, you can just say, if you're selling it, say order now, or get offer, or get code, whatever. But for this one, learn more is cool, because if I say order now, it seems as though they're buying it. If it's a game, you say play. So it is specified. Get offer is still cool. So whatever you are offering to your viewers out there, okay, you can easily attest to the call to action button to use. You can easily identify it. So call to action is specified. For this one, we just have to use learn more, because it's about learn how to create a Facebook page. So the next thing you have to do is you put down the URL you want to use. Once you're done with your URL, under this display link, what Facebook is trying to tell you is, put down a URL that you would want your audience to see, not the original URL, not the main URL. That's just what it is. So if you don't want them to see the main URL, you can just come down here and use a preferred one you feel like they should use. So this is what you're going to see right here. The first one, which is the organics.com.ng, would just disappear, and what you would see is the www.getoffer.com. all right, that is what will appear here, guys. That is why they brought out the display link. So cover your main link. I think that is all for this section. Okay, so if your pixel is set up, you're going to see the notification here. You see the signal right here, and don't do any setup. Leave it the way it is. So far you're done with your settings. Now the next phase is the duplication section. Now you duplicate these ads into 2, making it 3. all right, follow my steps, guys. After this duplication section, the third one will be as follows. Don't miss any step. Don't miss any step. It might be as easy as I'm taking it, but guys, this is what it's trending currently and is working. So you duplicate. While duplicating it, you can use 5, 6, 7 if you're buoyant enough financially based on your ad budgets. But what I've used so far that is working is just 3 duplications. All right, 3. What made it 3 is the first one I already worked on. Once it duplicates, all you have to do is set a difference on the targeting. What I mean by that is, remember the first one we used no interest ad. I told you I had the reason why I used that. The first one is no interest ad. Let's just, this one is an interest ad. And first of all, before we give it a name, let's use the interest first, then after which we can now translate it there. So right, then you now type in the interest you want to use. So let's just say we are selling, we are not selling, we are publishing our tutorial on how to create a Facebook page. So let's use influencers are more on pages. Lots of people are on pages. So let's just say marketers. So whatever interest you use, if you're selling trousers, you can just search for trousers, but make sure your interest in this new ad duplicated is no more than 2. So we're going to be using just 1. And when you impute it, you come to notice the size. that are interested in this digital marketing interest. We have almost 149 million 444,939 persons. All right here. So I think this is a good one. So let's go to now. Before you go to the next phase, which is the word ad level for this particular ad set, you can equally come here and change the name to digital marketing interest ad, so you will know which ad set carries which targeting. That's the reason. It's very important, especially for those who wants to duplicate more. But 3 is okay, guys. Don't go more than this. All right, 3 is very okay. So that is that. Now the next thing is to come to your what. Don't just go and publish. Come to your ad. Then the only thing you do here is changing the creatives. All right, that's why I told you guys you must have up to 3 or 4 creatives. Now there are 2 reasons why this pattern and strategy is very good. It enables you know which creatives works more better, which ad copy works more better. So make sure you must have crafted down like 3 different good ad copies or 2. So you have to test from these 3 ad copies and 3 creatives, or you can use 2 videos creatives and 1 image, or you can equally use 2 images and 1 video. You can use any of which. Don't just use image. You can still use image because we have 3 ad set here. All right, so you can still use image all through. This will enable you test which one performs more better. If the 3 of them end up performing cool, you can leave it. But if you feel like you want to delete one, you go ahead. If 2 among all is performing better, you delete the one that is not performing well. All right, and you can notice, you can easily identify which creative is working better with this strategy. So this strategy is like making you kill 3 birds with 1 stone. All right, you are getting to know which creative and ad copy is working well, which interest base is working well. So it enables you know a lot. All right, even as you're learning, it is giving you your results. Your return on ad spend will be very maximized. All right, so that is why this strategy is very important. So I'm not going to be changing any image. I just told you guys what you have to do. The only thing you do is you just change the image. You can give it another name that you can easily identify it with, but your ad set name is already okay. So you don't even need to change the call to action. If you have more pages, you can use it, but I would prefer you just use same page. So that's all you're doing. You come down to the second duplication and do the same thing. The only thing you're changing in the 2 duplicated sections, which you guys already saw when we duplicated it, is just changing the name so it can fit in the interest you use for that asset, and also go down to the ad copy. All right, go down to the ad and also change the ad copy. If possible, change the ad copy. All right, and also change the ad copy. These are the 2 things you're going to do. I know why I want to reverse this, and change the ad copy and the words and the image. All right, these are the 2 things you do here. You change the ad copy and you change the image. Don't use 1 image for the 3 ad layer, so you can test which is performing better. You can equally use the 3 ad copies, similar ad copies, into 3 sections, fine, but I would prefer you use different ad copy. Don't just use how to create a Facebook page for the 3. And while your ads is being performing, you test on which is performing better. Anyone that is not performing well, you delete it and allow the ones performing well, but you must do that after a day or 2 days. All right, so the last thing you have to do now in each of these ad sets is to change the budget limit. I told you guys that Facebook will always transfer the budget, more of the budget, to the ad set that is performing better. All right, but you have to note that the one that has no interest ad, which was the first one we created, will take in more budget than the others, except otherwise. All right, don't mind this. You know that I said we don't need to go ahead and change any interest set because I already gave you guys the notation over here, so there's no need to start changing this for time's sake. Let's just go down to the third one. So what you have to do now, which is the last change, is to change the ad set limits, the ad set budget limits. All right, and you find that under the ad schedule and budget, the budget and schedule, and you come under the show more options. All right, this is where you limit how each ad set spends your budget. Now you click on the ad sets When you click on the ad set, you scroll down if you don't see it clearly, then you set the budget. Now, while setting these guys, make sure the one that has no interest-based targeting carries the higher the higher budget. If you're United States citizens, if you're using $15 or $20 or $10, duplicate those that figure into three sections. If you're using a dollar, duplicate it into three sections. If you're using naira, also duplicate it into three sections. And we're using 10,000 for naira, so we have to duplicate it into three. So I'm using 4,000 for the one that has no interest-based targeting, while 3,000 will be for the ones that has one interest targeting, or two, not more than that, guys. And make sure the interest targeting is buttressing to what you are offering. So that is that. You do similar thing for all ad sets. What I just did right here, you do it for all ad sets. You go to the second one, you do same thing. Got it right here. You click on edit, and you use 3,000, and that is guide. That is it, guys. And that is it, guys. That's it. So I think I have done justice to this course. I don't want to make it too complex. I just gave you guys the key things to do. I verbalize most of them, and I implement most of them. All right, but in all being said, every information is important. So this is the last part of what you have to do. If you can follow this strategy, guys, you will end up having a successful ad set. So guys, don't forget to subscribe and don't forget to turn on that notification bell. So guys, just go ahead and implement it. So I think without much being said, this is where we are going to wrap up this video. All right, see you guys same time next week.